Let's go.
Hey, what is up, every pony, every brony, every person, people out there? Greetings, this is it. We are done. Finally, the book can close on one of the biggest chapters of MLP history. I'm, of course, talking about the My Little Pony Season 5, Episodes 25 to 26 finale, The Cutie Remark. Oh my god, what a fantastic fucking finale. Yo, like, yeah, my god. They did everything that I've always wanted, man. Oh, by the way, if you guys didn't see it, I'll put it somewhere, like, on the annotation or probably down below of the actual description. I will link you guys to my live reaction to the actual episode itself. But this is just a review portion, and probably I'm not going to do it for like incredibly long, so the review for this ain't going to be too long, but you're going to get the shortened version compared to what I did on the live reaction. But regardless, oh man, oh my, yo, this, despite me having at first, mixed feelings about the whole redemption thing, because that, again, this is the first time we've seen a finale that has done something like this, because let's be honest, every season finale, well, minus the third season, because we didn't really have a villain for the finale. But granted, though, we did have a villain in the season. We had Sombra. But if you take all those, you see pretty much every single villain, get defeated in the end. They're either in jail, or in this case, Sombra, he died. Yeah, maybe, but or just exploded. By a spirit bomb of love. Yeah. Anyways, so if you think about it, you see all this stuff, like they're either imprisonment or they're just blasted away, etc., etc. This is the first finale we had, or just whatever, in part of the season for a villain, for a main villain of the season that has actual redemption. But I'm glad they did it in a way, even though at the end of the day, it's kind of like fairy tale. Oh, Nakama speech. Oh my god, like, you gotta try better to find more friends. And it's like, oh, I get it, just no. Like, I had mixed feelings about that with the ending to Starlight's little saga, which is a shame, because as a villain, oh my god, she is one queen of the trolls of this. Oh my god, the beginning of the episode, just her, just fucking chilling there on the fucking throne, like it's nobody's business. Like, oh man, like, again, like, if you watch my live reaction, I made a joke about, if you guys are Bleach fans, Tsukishima just chilling in Ichigo's house with fucking slippers and shit, socks, yeah, just getting himself comfy. That's exactly the same reaction I got here. Like, such troll, like, heavy troll. That's classic Kubo right there. That's classic Bleach Kubo right there. I just thought of that, like, when I just fucking saw that. Just, yeah, like, I love that. I can't get enough of that shit. But regardless, though, basically it evolves, like, with this whole thing about Starlight Glimmer. I gotta say, as a villain, she was phenomenal. But, I can understand why people were saying that the older villains kind of foreshadowed, Starlight, well, kind of pushing her a little more to the side while we get some spotlight for the other main villains of seasons past, which was very awesome, don't get me wrong, especially Chrysalis. Oh my god. Chrysalis fanboys, this is the water right here. Look. Yeah. Drinking it. Yeah. Oh my god. I drink to that shit. Oh my god. Oh. Water of victory right here, man. Rather, if this was more fuller, it would be my complete dick right now. But oh my god. Fucking Chrysalis fans were just going nuts. Sombra too, which I was actually surprised. But granted, he wasn't really... Well, actually, yeah, he is back, but it's not like it was basically the same events that happened after Twilight. This was completely different, and just seeing him again was actually really cool. So that was actually pretty awesome. I was like, yes, like that was really nice. I didn't expect we see him after so many seasons. Nobody thought it was impossible that we would see this character again. We all thought he was dead. Like literally, I can't speculate. Oh no, he ain't coming back in season 5. No, he's fucking dead. No, he's dead. Even though he has the horn, he can regenerate, which we've seen before in season 3. But he did, unless maybe because well, think about it. Now since the timeline's back to normal. Now we don't even know if Sombra is really still dead or alive. We're still speculating that if he is still dead or alive. But what I thought what happened was Starlight was going to bring fucking resurrecting, or not resurrecting, but freed something with Sombra at the first. I'm like, oh shit, is he going to be involved too? Oh, this is going to be fucking awesome. Like, I literally thought that was going to be the case. Like, Sombra actually comes back for this finale. That shit would have been fucking crazy. Oh my god. Because think about it, Sombra didn't really have too much time at the beginning anyway. When it comes to season 3 as development as a character, he didn't really get too much of it. Besides, we know that he did once took ponies as slaves and, you know, pretty much ruled over the Crystal Empire. So, that's all we know about. His personality-wise, he didn't really say too many sentences. He's just like, crystals and shit like that. It's like, it's fucking black darkness of gas. Darkness, like, of gas. Like, that's all fucking, like, Sombra was. Like, Sombra was cool. Like, he's awesome. Love his design. But it's like, he should have had him a personality in season 3. But granted, it was actually really awesome just to see him take over a kingdom again. Because that was pretty cool. And we had this whole battle sequence, which, that was so awesome. We had, like, fucking, like, Rainbow Dash as, like, an actual warrior. Like, I guess something happened to her wing because her wing became, like, metal. I was thinking, like, one of the things, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, Full Metal Alchemist, how, like, Ed lost one of his right arm and they actually replaced it with a metallic arm. That's what I thought happened to maybe, like, Rainbow Dash. Like, maybe one of her wings got clipped or chipped off. That they had to actually replace it, like, with actual metal. Which is what I thought maybe could have been the case, during, like, the battles that she's probably been in. She's probably been in so many fights already during this fucked up timeline. Oh, by the way, I like Applejack's little outfit. I like the whole Apple family. The way it was like this, like, satirized factory of, like, canned applesauce and shit like that. Like, now they're like this whole entire factory, and it's all thanks to Sombra. They can't produce fresh apples, which I'm like, oh shit. Like, I literally thought it was some, like, Flim Flam Brothers shit. Like, when I first, like, because I thought Flim Flam Brothers, like, took over, like, that again, we did see them also. Like, we saw them, but it was, like, in a different kind of future setting and not this one. But, still, like, I thought that's what it was at first. But anyways, though, it was actually, pretty nice. Like, it was very dark, though. I will admit, this whole scenery of war was way too dark for a kid's show. Like, I'll admit, especially a show targeted towards little girls. But then again, I said the same thing last year with Twilight vs. Tyrek, which, by the way, was still an awesome fight, but excuse me, the settings for this one, I think, were just far more superior. Far more superior, at least to me. Granted, even though I loved the season 4 finale, there were some bits, especially during the first half, which were, fine, but, I think the second half was more of the actual winner there, like, what I'm saying? But, here, both parts, I think, did successfully well. But I'll get to that in a second, though. So, after that, like, I really thought Twilight was actually going to fight Sombra, but then after figuring out that she just has to, like, reverse the spell from Star Sword the Bearded, because that's originally where the spell created from the note. Then they go to the other timeline, where, like, oh, by the way, man, Starlight is, again, oh, I love her. Oh, man. At first, I found her a bit kind of irritating during the premiere, like, at first. And, she's just that kind of person that's like, nah. This is one person that can't be forgiven. She's Hitler. She is the definition of Hitler. Like, are you kidding me? Speaking of forgiveness, like, again, I still found it bizarre how he forgave her, but, at least they finally explained the backstory and what her purpose truly was, and all that kind of stuff. So, it made sense, like, in the end of the day, unlike in the premiere where they kind of left us hanging, which I'm like, why? But, regardless, though, I think here as a villain, she played so much of a... I really liked her more here than I did back in the premiere. In the premiere, she was just disturbing, she was kind of, whatever, she was all kinds of fucked up. Here, it's like, she still has that motive, but she doesn't have to do all the talking. She doesn't have to do any of that. She just lets the time do it. Oh, that ability is fucking ridiculous. I really wish she kept that ability. Are you kidding me? She'd be the most OP motherfucker on that goddamn show. Fucking deal. Yeah! Fucking Eduardo all over. Fucking time stop everything. Fucking changing futures. Yo, that shit will be crazy, man. Are you kidding me? But as we all know, it was basically like a spell thing. Kind of like what Trixie did with one of the alicorn elements to, you know, use those kind of like forbidden magic and stuff like that. But regardless, though, I like the other timeline, especially the whole Amazon tribe kind of deal, where the changing army has taken over this time. And when we saw Chrysalis, man, oh man, again, man, my fucking dick still hurts from seeing that. Oh my god, I couldn't believe it when I said if they bring Chrysalis back, I'm gonna go fucking apeshit, and I fucking went apeshit. I'm like, yes. I was like, yes. Like, are you fucking serious now? You give Sombra fans like the treatment. I'm like, okay, you give Sombra fans treatment, but where's Chrysalis? And not even like, you know, like it's not like Sombra. We actually did get this cool, and I loved how she turned into Applejack, and then she like just transforms. I was like, yes. Listen, man, I love fucking Chrysalis, man. Changing Army is, you know, freaking amazing. And the song This Day Aria, this day's going to be perfect. I fucking love that goddamn song. Chrysalis is a beast. Oh my god, I love the Changing Army. Same bitch that gave Celestia a run for her money. Just fucking... yeah, and it's over. Same thing here. Like, I loved how she just fucking kicks someone in the ground. Like, yeah, like, just fucking slams her down and fucking just use, like, on some fucking, Ichigo shit, like, fucking laser. Yeah, and it's like fucking, I'm like, yes. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, thank you. Finally. Fucking Megan. Fucking Larson even. We can't have this fucking gangbang without you guys, cause this, I still want to know about Applejack's parents, but still, oh my god, that was a great gift. Thank you. That made up so much. Not a lot, but it did make up a lot. Oh man, okay. So that was really cool. And then finally saying Nightmare Moon actually taking over. Well, it's like, what if Nightmare Moon was taking over the entire of that timeline? And everything is completely dark. There's no such thing as sunlight whatsoever, because vice versa, Celestia gets sent to the moon, and I'm like, what the fuck? So it's like vice versa the roles. Instead of, you know, Luna getting sealed to the moon, it's Celestia, and I couldn't imagine, like, I can't even imagine how the hell she can actually be trapped on that moon because of the element. Like, that's like kind of weird. I'm like. So, does that mean that she's gonna seal exactly directly into the sun, too? It doesn't mean she's gonna fucking burn from that shit, but... god damn. But, regardless, though, that was... whoa. I did not expect that. That's something that was, like, out of left field. I did not expect that. And Nightmare Moon... okay, now, see, this is... now, the thing I liked about this compared to Season 4, when they had Nightmare Moon back... not really back, but like in the flashback, it wasn't a flashback, which I fucking loved. It wasn't a flashback. It wasn't that bullshit. It was seeing her actually come back, which I'm like, yes, this is what I wanted. Because when we got the flashback, I got a little, like, why? I don't want a flashback, goddammit. I want her to come back again, because she's rootless when she's Nightmare Moon, and it's bonkers, but, oh, she is ridiculous as Nightmare Moon. Ugh. Good night. Literally good night. When you see her, you might as well just take a dirt nap. Shit. But, oh my god. But, regardless though, that was actually, I did not expect either. So then, you know, Starlight again. Like, I really do love that ability. It's a shame she didn't keep it with her as a spell. Instead, they pretty much, like, the letter itself pretty much just gets sealed away and stuff. Which is a shame, because I really did like that scroll though. That was actually really cool. But I think now Twilight's gonna forbid it now, which kind of sucks, because that shit can save... well, if you use it in the right way, it could save any kind of future. But that again, in Starlight's power, she kind of just fucked everything up. So, oh man. So, oh, and the most fucked up one was when Twilight, when she took Starlight to with her to the fucking future. Oh my god, like there was nothing in sight. Everybody was like dead. There was like nothing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Am I watching My Little Pony right now? Like, what the hell is this? So now she knows, like, without Twilight, there is no future. But, you know, again, Starlight was really awesome. Like, I love her just fucking trolling Twilight and shit like that. That shit was funny as hell. Just her Twilight. And I love the battle. Oh, yeah, the fight between Starlight versus Twilight. Now, it may not be epically like fucking Tyrek was, which I think sort of nothing could really beat that fight, because that fight was... Oh, that fight was pretty damn awesome. This fight was actually pretty cool, too. Like, I like the lasers, I like the spells, I like the techniques. It's really a shame we don't get no fisticuffs, which, you know what's weird? The other characters in the shows do, like, fisticuffs. Why can't Twilight and all that shit do it? Like, I mean, yeah, I get it, she's Element of Magic, but come on, bro. Like, I really want to see, like, her do some, like, Dragon Ball Z, just fucking, yeah, uppercut and shit, and, like, kick, like, wahoo's. That would have been, like, cool. Same thing with Twilight versus Tyrek. I wish, you know, she could have done that little fisticuffs with Tyrek and just fucking clash. Yo, the Clash of the Laser was cool though. I mean, granted, I don't think it's gonna be as crazily epic as Tyrek versus Twilight, but I will say this fight was so satisfying though. Just seeing the living shit out of them, just destroying each other with their magic attacks was actually just fine enough. Like, we just see one scene, they're dodging like it's fucking Matrix style, and I just like the fucking the freeze time. And again, I think both of them have some like stand powers. I think these dudes have been watching way too much JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've been seeing like too many Zelda references. I don't know about Star Platinum, but, well, actually, one scene where we saw in the war thing, which, by the way, that fight was cool. We see there's like a giant rock about to fall on Rainbow Dash, and then all of a sudden, modify, like fucking tag team auras, and that shit was awesome. They fucking breaking rocks and shit, like, oh, glorious. That was cool. I'm glad they brought that back, man. That shit was dope. Like, oh, yes, that was cool, because, like, they're both doing fucking auras, like they're both Jotaro or some shit. That was actually really cool. So, yeah, I mean, granted, I mean, there were a lot of awesome fights, either way. Even though in the season finale last year we only had just one main fight, this was just like a whole bunch of shit, and I'm like, oh my god. But, you know, regardless though, the ending though, like, we did finally get some relevance on why she was so fucked up, and why she had this ridiculous motive of everyone should be equal. Even in the little flashback where she was trying to stop the rain boom from happening, and she does. But that was also a scary thought too. Like, you know, what if the rain boom never happened, and then she makes it possible by freezing fucking Rainbow Dash from even pulling the stunt, fucking makes her not do the rain boom, the creatures don't fucking see Fluttershy, everyone's all depressed and shit, and I'm like, oh, this is too much to handle. So, excuse me, and I really didn't like how the way she presented young, cute little Fluttershy. I wanted to smack her in the face. Like, literally, she's like, oh, don't it be better if every pony was equal, we should all live in harmony? Like, fuck you, no. But, granted, though, it was funny. Like, I love how, like, she did this one cool thing, like, oh, I love Rainbow Dash, like, as a filly, and she's, like, getting entertained, and she's just fucking eating, like, a bag of popcorn. I bet that's pretty people right now, just, like, seeing where this goes. Grabs popcorn, like, that should be, like, one of the best. Well, of course, that's already a popular meme, but they should use that. Rainbow Philly Dash grabs popcorn. That shit would be awesome. Like, we could use that meme, but with Philly Rainbow Dash, because it fits. It actually makes sense, because it was actually cool. Like, she did something impressive. I forget what scene it was too, where she did something. She saved the pony, or not saved the pony, but she survived one of the time trial things. Then she's like clapping like this. I'm like, you bitch. Like, she's getting a fucking enjoyment out of it, though. But regardless, on, like, the trolling and the pressing, like, you know, all this shit talking was just ridiculous. And it was true. Most of the fact that she had to find, Twilight just had to back it up. Because she's like, you know what, fine. You know, what's so great about your friends? Like, all these special talents and all this bullshit. Like, what is the whole meaning of this shit that you guys have? Like, I don't see the purpose of it. And it's like, but, you know, and the reason why she's so fucked up is because what happened is that a close friend of hers was actually having a little play date with her as a little filly. Then all of a sudden, she was like trying to fix like a pile, like one of the books was slipping off. Then all of a sudden, like by accident, she causes the whole avalanche, then the pony that was her friend, he basically just levitates and he actually fixes it, and all of a sudden the cutie mark actually appears, and his destiny, and he learns like levitation magic, and that was his destiny, or whatever the hell it was. And then, you know, he goes with them. She feels left out. That people with all these talents, and Starlight Glimmer has no talent whatsoever. She has nothing. She doesn't have a motive or anything like that. She has no special talent, and she goes like, all these special talents and all these people who have these cutie marks in their thing, they're driving away from me, and that's why I'm so fucked up. So what's the whole point of me having the special talent? Screw special talents. Let's just all be equal. Let's just all be winners together. Let's be who we are. We don't need talent. We don't need friends. We don't need magic. Let's just have a group where we can all be reunited and not be made fun of without having any special talents. And that's why she's like, she had this like ridiculous cult, this communist cult of, you know, the whole minus, you know, cutie mark that we saw back in the premiere. That's why she was mentally fucked up. And then, you know, finally after that, Twilight, of course, friendship speech saves the day. Again, I have mixed feelings about that, because I'm like, this is the same girl who fucked up your timeline. Like, God knows how many times I can count on my damn fingers. How many times? Oh, by the way, I forgot one with the Discord one was funny as hell. And it shows Troll King on lockdown. Just like, yeah, like, worship me, bitches, fucking Celestia and Luna, and they're like fucking getting chased, and they're fucking wearing clown outfits and shit, and he's just chasing them, throwing pies around. I'm like, oh, Discord, man, he is best Troll King, honestly. Like, it's like, I think Celestia and Luna were just like, you know, they had to take the knee. They had to take it, like, bow down to the King of Trolls. Discord somehow. Like, oh my god. Like, imagine. I wish I could see that shit. I can imagine all the dirty little tricks fucking Discord could have done to those two. I mean, it was funny enough with the season 4 premiere, with the pin to tail, and that shit was funny, but this was actually pretty good. It was too quick, though, which I wish it was longer. Same with Tyrek. My boy Tyrek was in this shit, and I got mad pissed that Tyrek didn't even, like, we only saw like a few seconds, but we kind of would have guessed what the future would have been anyway. Shit, he gains all the powers of everything in Equestria, and the Earth is gone. Everything is gone. Ponyville is gone. Everything. Caroline, everything is gone. Every fucking thing is completely gone. Everything. It's all lava and shit. Like it's fucking apocalyptic. Like, well, actually, it's not even. It's beyond apocalypse. Actually, it's non-existent. Well, no, that was more of the Crystal Empire and the other thing, which was the one where Twilight's not in the future and shit. But and of course, Flim Flam Brothers was like weird as hell. But it was actually, I could kind of tell, which I kind of would have guessed anyway, was this whole construction shit of them burning down everything that was apples and shit and having their own factory, which I should have figured that would be the case. But regardless, though, this is the same girl who has fucked up your entire timeline, making everyone go to these different changes, and for the worse, and yet you're gonna forgive her for it. But I can kind of see why, because she did actually kind of felt bad in the end, because Twilight never understood Starlight's real emotion. Like, she never understood why Starlight was this mentally screwed up in the head. And, you know, as, you know, I guess you can say as a friend, she helps her out in the end and, you know, tries to fix her problem of her not being so mentally unstable about all these, you know, people. Because Starlight was afraid, like, if she tries to make friends again, they have all these talents, they're not going to have time for her because she has no talent. She's just a minus, she's nothing, you know, whatever. But on the bright side, Kingdom Hearts Crusaders had no cutie mark, and they were still able to make friends, so, you know, so can she in the end. Well, even though Kingdom Hearts Crusaders took a long ass time, this was only like 1 or 2 episodes, whatever. But still, like, I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, it's better than Sunset Shimmers. I'll give him credit for that, because here, because as a villain, it works quite better. It does. It works quite better. Because as a villain, she was awesome. But even though it's redemption, and, you know, again, because my wife pointed out, it's a kid show. I get it. I know. Don't need to remind me that. I get it, but why? Like, this was something. Okay, I can understand this kind of writing. Okay, Fairy Tail does the same thing, so I can kind of forgive her for that too. Well, kind of. There were times where they didn't really were so forgiving, but other than that, though, I'll let it slide because I'm used to it at this point. Hey, if Discord can get redemption, why the hell not? Even though Discord to me wasn't that completely evil from the beginning, why the hell not? But regardless, though, I mean, at least you could have punished her. Shit, I would have punished her for all the fucked up time shit and the time we try stole, the cutie marks to have your own little scam or your little scheme to get revenge. So, yeah, I mean, you could have at least given her punishment, Twilight. Jesus. And after that, we find out that she's going to be studying under Twilight and learning all the magic of friendship, and that's pretty much where it sort of ends, that she is going to be the new main 7 now, pretty much. Kind of like Sunset, as she's going to be part of the main crew next to the Human World Twilight. So, alright, that's pretty cool. We got a song at the end, which I like better than Let the Rainbow Remind You, because this was actually longer, and the beat was fine, and it worked for Starlight's character development. Let the Rainbow Remind Me was just like a rush, like, oh yeah, buy her toys, yeah, little montage season 4, and that's it, bye. This was actually works better, even though some people call this like Let the Rainbow Remind You 2.0. I think this was way better than that song, in my own personal opinion. In my personal opinion, I like the song better than that, but regardless, though, that's pretty much the finale. Overall, despite my mixed feelings of the redemption, I'll allow it. I mean, it works in a way, unlike Discord, sort of. But this, and I would say, well, this and Diamond Tiara's redemption was actually really great, and I think they were handled really well done. Even though Starlight's was a bit more fucked up compared to Diamond Tiara, but other than that, though, first half of this finale and the second half of this finale, well done. I found no complaints. The pacing wasn't slowed down. The pacing was fine. It didn't feel rushed or anything like that. Even though I really wish we could have learned more about the Star Swirl's history behind that magic, which would have been cool. I would have loved to know about that, but whatever. It's give or take at this point. So both parts were pretty good, unlike Season 4's finale, where the first half I felt was a bit, not really slow, but it didn't really pick up as much pace, even though the ending, the cliffhanger, was a nice setup. But I think this half and the second half were both fantastically well. They were really nice. They were really well done. I didn't feel like, well, even though there wasn't too much comedy, I don't think it really needed too much of the comedy to hold down the episode. Well, there was some comedy moments, but even though it was mostly dark, it was still really well done. It was still very fantastic. Both parts didn't feel slow, didn't feel too fast, nicely done, beautiful animation, very apocalyptic setting, a very different approach. Again, just like the premiere, a huge different approach compared to what we're used to in MLP finales or premieres. So, bravo, well done to you writers. Fantastic job. This was fucking awesome. So I'm going to give both parts a 5 out of 5. Great finale overall. And I have to say this was one of the best seasons of MLP thus far. This was hands down my favorite season of the entire franchise. I mean, this was a phenomenal season of the series. Even though I said the premiere was a very nice start, wasn't my favorite start, but it was a very nice way to start things off. Everything else from the journey on, I found more positives than I found negatives in this season. I found more positives in this season than I did with negatives in this season. So I just want to say thank you everyone who stuck through me through this journey. Even though Anime Game Freak 89 had the other 13 episodes I reviewed and that account is gone, at least you saw the overview of my thoughts on the other 13 episodes that passed by. But since you guys joined me for the last 13 episodes, kind of, sort of, on this journey, thank you so much everyone for supporting me in the end. This was very nice. Very nice journey. We have reached our last destination, the hype train. And now, that time has arrived again, ladies and gentlemen. The time of hiatus. I'm not done with Season 5 yet, because I'm going to review the second half of Season 5. But for now, I will salute the thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you, Megan McCarthy, thank you, Larson, and thank you, of course, Amy Katie Rogers, to end it off, especially with the last regular season episode. Thank you so much. And that's it. I am done. Again, give me your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. I'm sorry this review was a bit long, about half hour, but it is a 2-episode parter. I just had to get a lot of things out of the way because it was so fucking good. And thank you guys so much for sticking with me till the end, and I'll catch you guys next time. I'll do the overall view of Season 5, the second part of it, later, maybe at the very end of the year, by at least when 2015 ends. So that's it, I'm done. Thank you so much. This is the Ninja Reviewer signing out. Peace out. And my manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And bronies, one last brony hoof to you guys. Bro hoof, guys. We made it, guys. Bronies, we made it. Alright, so I will see you guys in the overview. And then someday for you guys, bronies, we'll meet again at Season 6. Bye.